How is the Transpolar Sea Route different from the Northwest Passage? Have you ever wondered how Arctic routes can be so different yet serve similar purposes? The Transpolar Sea Route and the Northwest Passage are both vital maritime pathways in the Arctic, but they have distinct characteristics. Let's break down how these two routes differ, especially in terms of geography, ice conditions, legal status, and operational aspects. First, let's look at geography. The Northwest Passage weaves through the northern edges of Canada and Alaska. It connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans by navigating through narrow, ice-filled channels. These channels are often shallow and can be tricky for large vessels. On the other hand, the Transpolar Sea Route takes a more direct path across the central Arctic Ocean, near the North Pole. This route avoids coastal areas entirely and travels through deeper, open waters, which can be a big advantage for shipping. Next, consider the ice conditions. The Northwest Passage experiences seasonal ice melt, but it still relies heavily on icebreaker support due to persistent multi-year ice. This can make navigation unpredictable. In contrast, the Transpolar Sea Route is currently blocked by thick multi-year ice. However, as climate change continues to affect the Arctic, this route is expected to become more navigable, potentially offering a more consistent path for larger vessels. Now, let's talk about legal and geopolitical factors. The Northwest Passage runs through Canada's internal waters and exclusive economic zone. This has led to disputes over whether it should be considered an international strait. Canada claims sovereignty over this route, requiring ships to obtain permits for transit. In contrast, the Transpolar Sea Route lies mainly in international waters, which means it is less likely to face jurisdictional conflicts. This makes it appealing for nations looking for unrestricted access to Arctic shipping lanes. Operationally, the two routes also differ significantly. Ships using the Northwest Passage often face size restrictions due to shallow areas and need icebreaker escorts, which can drive up costs. The Transpolar Sea Route, with its deeper waters, can accommodate larger cargo vessels. This could potentially reduce shipping times between Europe, Asia, and North America by several days compared to the Northern Sea Route. However, the unpredictable ice conditions in the central Arctic can pose risks for navigation. From a resource management perspective, the Transpolar Sea Route's international status may complicate regulatory frameworks. No single Arctic nation has jurisdiction over it, which could lead to increased traffic in ecologically sensitive areas. Meanwhile, the Northwest Passage is subject to Canadian environmental regulations, which provide more localized oversight but also spark debates about sovereignty. In summary, the Transpolar Sea Route offers a forward-looking, high-seas option with geopolitical benefits, while the Northwest Passage remains a contested coastal route with established, albeit limited, operational use. Both routes highlight the changing dynamics of Arctic navigation and the challenges of managing resources in this delicate environment.